Joe's setting up a workout right now, so he is legitimately, this is what happens. Okay.
I see a Snapchat.
This is what happens in our living room.
Do you work the same workout with him?
Yeah, he's making up another one from the other day, but we've been working out, like every day. We went yesterday, we went for like a run, we worked out outside. It's just different because I'm like, we're so used to like running around and like getting X amount of steps in, or like, you know, and it's like I get a workout in and it's great, but like I'm sitting behind a computer all day. And Joe bought me these hideous, but they're Blu-ray glasses, so that I don't go blind. He has a pair also because we're gonna go blind if we keep staring at a computer. And there's been like so many emails, like I mean, the amount of communication.
Like team leader?
It's insane. The amount of emails, the amount of like phone calls, you know, and so people are so like we have like special teachers, like so and so isn't, you know, doing work, so and so isn't doing work, and it's like, all right, well then email them. Like I'm emailing. Yesterday I sent out 50 emails to parents that are owing work. We have like our own, like me, Conjura, Mullen, and Kelsey will meet like, you know, at least twice a week just to talk about students that aren't doing work. We have a whole thing where we send out, you know, emails or phone calls. We have Sorrenti and Schrodel paired up with 2 kids to give them support. I mean, it's like I'm doing all this stuff. I emailed Richard and Mario to like help me out with 2 families, and Richard comes back at me like, maybe one of your goals as team leader should be, you know, practicing communicating with families. And I'm like, yeah, on the phone. Joe was like, is someone really talking to you like that? And I was like, Richard, I don't have a problem with any families. My communication is on fucking point. But my team is doing an amazing job with communicating. Our spreadsheets are perfect. He's like, well, you know, in ENL, if you hover over a spreadsheet, I'm like, that's because they need, if you hover over, you know, you can find all the contact information. I'm like, we don't need that because we don't have access. ENL is across 3 grades.
And you can't also speak, when you call home, you can't speak for them.
Right, and I was like, I don't need ENL. I'm like, our team is fine. I'm like, I'm just asking what to do because we can't get in touch with 2 families. He's like, well, what have you done? I'm like, we've emailed. I'm like, well, we've emailed one. The other one, there's no email address. The other one, there's no, we can't get in touch. The kid has not been doing any work. These 2 students, so I'm asking for advice. Like, what do we do? What's our next step? He's like, well, you know, you guys should, you know, be the first line of defense and be contacting them. Like, Richard, we're trying. It's only 2 students. I don't know what to do. I've been documenting it on the spreadsheets. I know that you have a lot of spreadsheets, so that's why I emailed you and Mario, because on one of the sheets it said that the 2 of you are going to be the next step to contact the families, and I haven't heard back from either of you, so I want to know what to do. He's like, well, how am I supposed to know, you know, that these families aren't being reached? I'm like, because I'm emailing, this is the 3rd time I'm emailing you about it, and we have it documented in the spreadsheet. He's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do, go over to their house? I'm like, I don't know. I'm asking you what to do. I'm asking you for guidance. So I think the next thing will probably have to be to go to Joshua because Richard won't give me an answer. He said, like, well, Jenny, if you need help motivating students, you know, you can have me join your Google Meet and I can show them, you know, the chicken coop. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with motivating students. Almost all of our kids are doing work. We just can't get in touch with 2 families. The kids aren't doing anything, and I don't know what to do. JV Candelaria, the one who accused me of, and so by the way, he was like, I'm building a relationship with the parents, so, and that's why nothing happened because of that, after that, that's what he said, like, earlier on. Mullen has to contact the father, you know, because the kid isn't doing any work, but JV isn't living with the father. So the father has no idea about anything that's going on. So he was like, can I have access to Infinite Campus? Mullen called up Richard to ask him if he could have access. Richard was like, I don't know, call Jean. He didn't fucking ask her. So Mullen had to call up Jean. Jean gave him access. But he's still not doing anything, so I was explaining this to Richard. He's like, well, the father is still a family member. I'm like, but he lives in a different household. He hasn't seen JV for a month and a half. Oh, he doesn't do anything. He does not do anything. So I was like, what do we do? He's like, well, you can try calling. I was like, I'm not going to call that family. I'm not communicating with that family. When Mullen spoke with him, though, the father said that he hasn't talked with Richard in 3 months. He never followed up with him. Then this other girl, Natalie, she has not done any assignment, and the mom does not speak English, but I've still been trying to call the house, just to talk with Natalie. No one's been answering the phone. There's no email address provided. I asked Joanna, Segara to reach out, because at least when we had a team meeting a few months ago, she was in that meeting. There's been nothing. So I'm asking Richard what to do.
Just document it all.
We're documenting everything. He said he won't do anything.
Yeah, just say reach out. You should write especially reach out to Rich and Marielle for guidance for next steps.
Yeah.
Whatever they reached out.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll put that in like the notes, because it's like everything everything that we have is so like detailed and specific. I mean, like week by week, like this week, all the students, reason for contact, who contacted, notes. Follow up the next week, same students, what happened, and then there's like different colors, like updates about what's going on with each student. Every single thing we do is documented.
Okay, so I have a lot of kids. We have a lot of kids in our school that are failing.
Yeah.
Thomas is gonna fail. I want you to put this so you know. Thomas is gonna fail. Abraham is gonna fail. Theo is gonna pass with 65.
Are you gonna give Thomas an incomplete?
No, because Thomas is failing prior to this learner who's failing now. So he failed, right?
Yes. So Kelsey was asking me so I didn't know Thomas is only ICT for us.
Yeah.
He's regular math for everyone. So Kelsey's like, what do I do? He was passing beforehand, and now he's failing. And I was like, I would give, knowing his situation, I would give him an incomplete.
Yeah. But because he didn't turn like his project.
No, I would fail him then.
Yeah. So right now we have Thomas failing with a 50, Abraham 55, Theo 55, and Alex Carroll 50. Alex Carroll 50. They're not that smart, but also
Alex was passing before though, right? I feel like he had to have been because he was doing his work.
Yeah, he was. So I'm not gonna get it incomplete. Unless I get him in the next 2 weeks and he won't pass 55. But there's some signs. It's not that he doesn't do the assignments. He's been in the last assignment. He only did the text teacher or something.
You give him an incomplete, so why would he not get a 65? Because he did do some work.
He would get 65. He deserved. I don't think he didn't do a split stick project.
Right.
So that was that split stick project.
Correct.
Yeah. That's the only thing. And his writing, basically his category for writing, he has text project and quizzes. He has a 24%. Reading is 34%. Text and quizzes, you haven't given since. Oh, test and quizzes are 24%. There's only 2 grades. And he failed the chapter quiz, did not turn the fifth grade, so that's why he has 24%.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, I know.
well, you were saying he was passing prior to, and now he's trying to do the work so he gets the 65.
I don't know. I feel like that part of the form is very confusing.
He's respected, what we decide to. We'll see if he does any work, we'll go to the next. He's annoying.
I know.
I don't know, I can't. Like he was texting me, I gave him a call this morning, text me saying he needs help, like, he doesn't fucking need help, it's like it's bad.
Yeah.
So the only people that will actually fail are Thomas and William.
Abraham hasn't been doing anything.
He had, Abraham hasn't started with 2 assignments, but he failed prior to this work.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going to try and do second grade.
Okay. That's fine.
So that's my story. Your co-teacher.
I love it. I miss you so much. I love sleeping in. Like I miss my kids, but like I love sleeping in.
And it's nice, like, I'm in the world with a fucking scary place right now, but it is just, I don't know, I don't miss it actually. I'm trying to, being close, like,
Perfect. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm the same way. I know. Like I like being able to do my own thing. Like I want to go get like a latte. Like we're gonna go to like a coffee shop at like like noon. You know? Yeah.
Make your own schedule, but it is like, it is, I'm hoping it's not gonna be this year.
You don't think so?
Did you find it school?
I talked with Dan. Can you see him? Yeah, look at. Can you see him? 10 minutes. That was a 10-minute workout.
That's a, I did better.
You did better? Wait, come here. Wait, let Lasky see how sweaty you are right now for a second. No, you have. This is 10 minutes. This is what